Good morning. Our reflections respond in particular to the afternoon panels that highlighted different contexts in which the church lives today. So each of us will pick something from their own context to add into the mix. Mine is a story that, in a sense, questions again some of the basic assumptions behind this Congress. I live in a context and teach in a context that is distinctly ecumenical. I train people from 40 different communities, denominations, and so some of the questions that are alive in other denominations are my daily bread. In two of the major denominations that I work with, the Episcopal Church, that's the Anglican Church in the US, and the Methodist Church, there are quite vibrant discussions about open table communions, open table Eucharists. What that means is not an open table to all Christians, but an open table that invites everybody, including those who are not baptized. And in the case I know best, that is said before every Eucharistic celebration. Everybody is welcome here, no matter where you come from. Now my story. One day, a well-known journalist, Sarah Miles, walked into an Episcopal church that practices its Eucharist like that. She was never baptized, had no ecclesial connections whatsoever. She encounters this community that says, we are celebrating the Eucharist. You are invited to the table because it is the table of Jesus, and Jesus practiced radical table fellowship with all. Come and be fed. She goes to the Eucharist, not baptized, nothing, and has this incredible experience of God's presence. She comes back to this community, is baptized in the end, in a big, wonderful adult baptism, and then begins to think about her own experience of encountering God in food, and starts to turn that parish's life and its Eucharistic celebration around, so that now, after the Eucharist is celebrated, that church opens its door to those around in the community who are not sustained adequately by food, and feeds those around. Sarah published an intriguing book recently called Feed My Sheep. Her argument is that the basic practice of the church is that of welcoming people to a table and to feed the hungry, and that there must never be a barrier to that basic command to feed. What that means about baptismal consciousness, in the way it has been understood here, I wonder. For leadership, I can tell you that this woman leads her church in that basic practice of feeding in ways where the ministers can only stand back and thank God for a woman like that. So that's my story.
I work with basic ecclesial communities in the Philippines, and I'd like to tell a story of a team that organizes a basic ecclesial community. In November 2013, a very strong typhoon, the strongest typhoon to hit land, affected the central islands of the Philippines. And one island, small island, which is also one basic ecclesial community, was totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. No houses, no nothing. But by the sea, there were also several communities there. Also, they were partially affected. Waves hit them. But in the inland, there were also basic ecclesial communities. And one BEC team started helping out. They were the ones who started, gathering money, gathering food, visiting people. This BEC team is a team I've known for more than a year. They are a group of teachers, 2 men, 3 women. One is a principal, 2 others were supervisors. I noticed them because in the training to help them organize basic ecclesial communities, they were very exceptional. Easily went into the skills, but also have a very good attitude, very happy. So I was not surprised when I learned that they were the first ones who helped out in the communities that were destroyed by the typhoon. So they helped in, of course, getting food, but they also helped in the meetings, trying to help people talk, facilitating liturgies of healing. They also work with the local government units and other civic organizations so that the protection of the environment becomes the central focus of all their work. They were quite successful in pushing for environmental protection as a policy in the local government unit they were involved in. And in one of the meetings, one of the trainings, all of them are married. And the husband asked one of the lady, "Until when will you do this?" They must have been out every weekend, And she said, "Until we die." Until we die. I couldn't forget that remark. For me, it's the same question when you ask, "What are you living for?" It's also, the answer to that question will be the same answer when you ask, "What are you willing to die for?" And I guess that will be baptismal calling. These people have this faith in their hearts that they are willing to die for it, and that's what they live for. And nothing can stop them. This deep experience of the faith of God, of Jesus, that motivates them to help others and to do something good about the environment. This is a real living out of a baptismal calling for me, until we die. And that was also their leadership. In the next training, there were so many teachers. So I was thinking, they have affected also the other teachers to be BEC organizers. So leadership is this goodness that influences others to do something good also. So they were multipliers, they were influencers, they were generating an energy for goodness. I see that as a good story also of leadership. And it reminded me of what Father Robert Schreiter said on the first day, the mixture of the mystical and the political. I also saw that as a good image of this generating blessings, this cycle of blessings that the good doctor who gave us a lecture yesterday was sharing with us. And I keep that story with me as a story of our days together.
Liebe Schwestern und Brüder, gestern gab es vielfältige Impulse. Einen möchte ich aufnehmen. Unser Freund aus den Philippinen hat uns von einem Transformational Leader erzählt, Bischof Labayan. Und das Zitat ist mir noch nachgegangen, was er uns dazu gesagt hat. By virtue of our baptism, we are challenged to transform the Church from an institution intensely focused in itself and its well-being into a living, self-sacrificing church that is a herald and midwife to God's reign on earth. Ich glaube, das trifft den Kern. Gerade auf dem Feld der Ökumene ist das für uns wichtig. Wahre Kirche ist immer noch mehr als das, was sich in der je geschichtlichen Gestalt einer Kirche verwirklichen lässt und als die Kirche selbst umfasst. Das kann man auch als eine Pointe lesen in der berühmten Subsistit-in-Formulierung in Lumen Gentium 8. Das kann man nämlich auch so verstehen, dass damit die theologisch schlechterdings notwendige Bewahrung der Kirche vor der Versuchung eines nur als theologisch desaströs zu bezeichnenden Exklusivismus, auch nicht. Exklusivismus. Vielen Dank. Also, dass man die Kirche davor bewahrt, sich selbst als exklusiv zu verstehen, auf Deutsch gesagt. Ich glaube, das ist ein ganz wichtiger Punkt, der uns ökumenisch weiterführt, weil nämlich dadurch es nicht mehr um die Bewahrung der eigenen Tradition im Kern geht, was ja auch im ökumenischen Miteinander eher Hürden aufbaut, sondern eher um die Bewährung der jeder Kirche geltenden Botschaft des Wortes Gottes heute geht. Und dann sind wir genau bei der Sendung, dann sind wir genau bei der konkreten Kontextualität, in der sich dann das antwortende Bekennen der Kirchen kontextuell so zu bewähren hat, dass es nicht abstrakt bleibt und sich nicht erschöpft in der Rezitation tradierter Bekenntnisse, sondern dass es die Antwort des Glaubens auf die Herausforderungen heute zur Sprache bringt. Und dann gibt es unter Umständen ganz neue Gemeinschaften, die uns verbinden, in Wort und in Tat, indem wir nämlich Teil der größeren Missio Dei werden, und das relativiert das, was uns in unseren Kirchen scheinbar so voneinander trennt, was aber in Wirklichkeit unterschiedliche Perspektiven sind auf die Sendung, die wir nicht haben, in keiner Gestalt der Kirchen, sondern zu der wir von Gott zur Umkehr gerufen sind. Soweit meine Reaktion auf diesen Beitrag.